Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, it's me, Lawrence D. Billups, the PDR expert, the one and only. I'm still here, baby. Okay, so basically, what I wanted to talk about today is some of the questions that have come up over the years through the different YouTube things I put out. A lot of people are still interested in getting involved in paintless dent removal, and training seems to be the thing that people are most interested in dealing with or finding out if it's worth still getting in the business and how to do it. Like what school's the best and can I figure it out? All kinds of things. So I'm going to try to take a few minutes just to give you an overview, and then I'm going to try to follow up. Also going to give you some highlights as to the series that I'm going to drop. I guess it's going to be 2016, and hopefully we'll be able to be interactive, and I'll try to help some people out if you're really committed to the doing the dents, if you will. Okay, so number one question, is it still a viable business? Is it still a way to make money out there doing paintless dent removal? I guess that all depends on how much money you want to make. I think most guys can make $100,000 a year, working 40 hours a week, probably less than 40 hours a week. $100,000 a year nowadays, depending on where you live, can be a whole lot or it can be treading water. But I think if you manage your consumption rate, $100,000 will do you fine. And so yes, it's still a viable option. Now, they also ask about the changing in the metal of these aluminum panels and plastic panels and this, that, and the other. And as a 21-year vet, I have heard these things before, but I don't forecast cars not being metal anymore. They may be aluminum, and I have been successful with the aluminum repairs. So it doesn't scare me. If you're scared of aluminum repairs, just practice. Find some aluminum hoods and push on it. It can be done. It ain't gonna be as sweet sometimes as regular sheet metal, but you can do it. I wouldn't freak out on the aluminum. It's not like it used to be. It's a lot easier to work with, and the glue works on it as well. So I wouldn't trip out on aluminum or the future of metal in the cars, because the doors historically have been metal or aluminum, sheet metal, and we've been taking dents out of the doors for the last 21 years. So, and I only got about 30 years left anyway. So I think anybody jumps in the mix should be all right. Save your money. Who do you go to get trained by? How do you get trained? What's the best way to go train? Should I go to XYZ company, this YZ company? Obviously, I recommend everybody goes to nycdentworks.com. That's WERKS, nycdentworks.com. And at least check out the website. Try to give us a call or some type of email shout out, and we could probably figure out what's good for a customized lesson plan for you. But beyond that, obviously I can't train everybody in the whole wide world, and nor do I want to, but there are some criteria that I think you should be looking at in terms of who. I wonder if that you saw that. My screen just slept. Who's going to train you? So we're going to follow up on that, but basically you got 3 different people that are going to train you. You got one guy who's burnt out, doesn't make any money, and is hoping to make money by training you, right? Then you have the apprentice who really just wants a helper and is going to try to, make you run with him for the rest of your life, right? And then you have joining a big company and allowing them to give you a pretty thorough training, as well as a lot of opportunity to practice. But they will also probably bind you with some kind of non-compete contract, which is not uncommon, and I've heard of it happening to people. So you have to choose from those 3 entities. I would say if you're young and you were planning on going to college, you might do good going to trying to find a big company or even a medium-sized company that's willing to pay you as you learn and put you in the mix so that you can kind of begin the life of a working stiff. And then if you decided that you wanted to make some moves, you could probably make some moves following all the proper legal channels, and you can make a nice amicable, clean break from a big company, regardless of any non-compete contracts. I'm sure that's possible. As far as the apprentice situation, I think that's ideal if the individual that's offering that is making money and has a high quality of work. Our training at our paintless dent removal training here at NYC DentWorks is very similar to the apprentice style, where we just kind of standing over you, putting you on challenges all day long. But it is rooted in some of the standard methods of just kind of like ABC drills that really help somebody get their eyes trained. And that last person, who's the burnout guy that just wants to make money, training, doesn't really want to do panels, doesn't want to be out in the sun, doesn't want to do hail, his arm is out to pasture per se. I think that person could work, but you're going to have to really do your own judgment relative to the quality of work. Ultimately, it comes down to the quality of work. And if you can learn from a rock, and the rock teaches you how to take out dents where they look nice, and really picky people are happy with the quality of your work, then you go learn from a rock. But I would say ultimately the goal is the level of work that your trainer can do, like the level of weight your personal fitness instructor can do, and the level of kicks your karate instructor can do. If your instructor dents look like ish, then that ain't cool. So find cats that are working on late model cars like us, and find cats that you can't find out where the dent was. You don't see where it was. That's who you train with. Peace. I'm back. I'm still in the mix, man. I lost my volume. I'm going to keep it going. NYC DentWorks. Pdr Growth tips. There's no funk. We're just trying to get it good, player.